He wrote a short story about how there was this girl on OnlyFans and she made him feel really special, and he gave her all of his money, and then he had a hard time and he hit her up. He said, I can't pay you, but will you listen? And she told him, just get the fuck out of here. I don't need you, you lazy bum. And it broke him, and it was really sad. Just really sad.
No, I think there's we kind of talked about this, but there's transactional world, Postmates, massages, OnlyFans, where you can get every form of a relationship, a friendship, whatever it is. But the idea is that the hardships are what makes the relationship, if that makes sense. Like the idea that I'll be there if you're down on your luck, and you'll be there if I'm down on my luck. You can't transact that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even I think, for instance,
well, it's uneven as well, is that there's not a ledger of,
I
picked you up from the airport and you picked me up and now you're next. It's like, no, you might do all the airport pickups and I might do all the whatever.
I broke my nose and I had to go under for surgery to put it back in place. And I was on whatever anesthetics they put you on. And I was like, hey man, I'm not allowed to drive legally. They said I can get an Uber, but that it might not go well for me because I'm gonna be just high as fuck. Would you come to the airport? You've never
to the hospital.
Or sorry, to the hospital. To the hospital.
They're gonna do it, and it's gonna be gate B12. A lot of blood.
But I'd never done that for you. You'd never been in the hospital, and well, I don't think you've ever even been in the hospital. But
it's been a while.
You were like, yeah, I'll be there. You know what I mean? There wasn't this sense that like, yeah, and then when you break your nose in 6 months, I'll get you. It's just like, this is gonna work out in the wash, and you lose that when you go to a pure, I'm going to live alone, but massages will get me physical touch. Escorts will get me sex. OnlyFans will get me emotion. You know, and you could transact all the parts of a relationship in like little pockets. But yeah, you lose that sense of like.
Well, what you could do, and technically you could buy a private escort driver to come pick you up. But I guess what is lost is the sense that there's any sort of cushion for I care about you. You know, there's just no leeway. Like as soon as the money runs out, the affection runs out. And that's obviously not the case in a relationship. And that's what you see where you hear these stories of people who they hit hard times in a marriage and hopefully the person doesn't leave them, or they have a horrible accident and that person, like, this was not planned, but because I care about you, there's just this slush fund that isn't even a fund. It's just
probably why it is so hurtful when times do get tough and then your wife or husband leaves.
Because you realize the transactional nature.
I thought this was out of love. And it's not. It's because I could make a lot of money or whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's because I was beautiful. Yeah, you get the acid attack or you get the bankruptcy and then the person leaves and you go, this was just one giant OnlyFans.
But also, I think it's important to keep in mind is that even in personal relationships, it's not an infinite slush fund. No. It's not like if you were going to the hospital every day because you had a drug problem, and I would try to be there for a long time and try to help, but there would come a time where I was like, you're not kicking these drugs. I can't keep picking you up off the ground and I can't keep doing this. So it's not an infinite slush fund. It is just, it's just bigger than it's not one-to-one. What you put in is what you get out.
It reminds me of that meme with the astronauts pointing a gun and it's like, it was all OnlyFans all along. You know what I'm saying? Every relationship's always just an OnlyFans.
Hope that you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to see more like this and have us do more podcasts, we are 100% funded by our generous patrons. And if you'd like to contribute, there's a link in the description and we'll have one pop up on the screen right here so that we can do more podcasts where we have fun conversations and hopefully some deep ones like this. Either way, hope that you enjoyed the video and I will see you in the next one.